But, you know, the guys obviously got to make something from nothing. And you know, they're going to make something from nothing. And although it's windy and it's pretty bad out there now, you'll still see
contestable.
Well, you'll still see some pretty big stuff going down for sure. Like, guys are going to be taking off on waves and just looking for lips. So, you know, no one's really afraid, I guess, to put their body on the line a little bit now. And it's all getting down to the wire. And if you're not first, you're last. So everyone's going to be going for it. So, yeah.
So were you able to talk to Jones Russell what that extra $1,000 in his pocket,
actually,
or did he just try to hide from you?
He's trying to get away from me, and I'm not too impressed about it either. We've had an outstanding debt for 12 months now, and today's recall. No,
what were you doing by his car? I saw you next to the tires.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just I thought that maybe he wanted his windscreen cleaned with some wax, so I just kind of buffed that up for him a little bit. And no, I'm sure we'll track him down. We'll get the auditors.
All right, check this out. We got a cool graphic on screen for you, just tracing the steps. Who will be advancing on from the quarterfinals to the semifinals and to the final? Right now, it is Monk.
Is it too controversial to start picking, like throwing the names out there of who you think's going to get through?
Oh, you can do
place your bets.
Yeah,
place your bets.
Look at this out the back, big roll. Extended, landing out in the flats in front of the wave, and just too much to hold on to. That was our rider out in the water in red, Dave Winchester, versus yellow, Jones Russell.
So the next heat started. So Jonesy's out in this heat. Oh, good stuff. Here we go. Jonesy's taking off on a wave. Nice bottom end turn. This will be an interesting heat, actually.
Yes, the conditions obviously not holding up, but it could be worse. I always say it could be worse. It could be 1 foot out there, but we are still seeing 3, 4, 5 foot waves coming in at the box, hitting the shallow reef. So another look at the reflex replay.
Here you go. You see Dave just looking for that section. Nice clean roll. That's going to be a pretty good score if he makes that. He didn't make it though, did he? No. But that would have been pretty good. So, you know, you got to call a spade a spade. It isn't pumping box at the moment. We've seen it all different faces, and this is another side right now. But as you just saw then, Winnie just lining that bowl up. You know, sometimes you can get sometimes you can do bigger airs when it's onshore. Like you got a bit more power in your lip as you see the guys there. Oh, look at that beautiful hair. Winnie's sporting right there. Jonesy, he's tied it back. Maybe he got one of the girls, his girls, to dress him up before maybe he got out there. But look, he's done really well. He also went really well in pipeline too. Jonesy going for more of a crim shot there, keeping it real. He's I think this is Jonesy's best result since Citra last year. So
he's pumped.
Yeah, he'll be stoked, really stoked. As you see the girls, Winnie's done all right for himself, hasn't he?
Yes.
That's maybe why he's got the nice hair. And okay, there's the boys' girlfriends.
It's really nice and warm in the competitors area. I opened the door and creeped in there, and it was packed. Everybody's eyes are on the water and on the screen.
Yeah. You see, that's Whitey's kid there, Jet. Then you got Whitey's missus, Hughesy's missus, Winnie's missus, and the infamous Jay Hardacre in the background lurking.
So we do have Chris White. He's out there on the driver's seat holding down the jet ski for our camera angle, the Slicks and Decks camera angle, brought to you by Seamus Makem.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Yeah, so all the boys are out there in the channel.
We got 26 minutes out of this 30-minute semi or quarterfinal.
Jeez, we got to keep it together, Manny, don't we? We got a job to do here. We got to stay focused.
Quarterfinal number 2 out in the water, and here's another look, Hardy.
Oh, Hardy, it's the bold and the beautiful here at head office in the VIP. Girls, guys, it's all happening. Hardy's looking pretty happy with himself. He nearly got bumped off in the last 10 seconds by Andrew Lester in that last heat. We got the big wave boy, yes. Nelson Morey, flying from the Canaries.
Nelson, you probably don't know, is a tennis phenom. He actually destroyed everybody. Look at this, out the back, Dave Winchester, up and riding.
Oh, these guys are, they've got tough conditions, don't they?
Yeah, we have to run through the event today. The swell forecast and the wind forecast are not looking in our favor. So
yeah, the forecast is terrible. It had to be run today, otherwise it would have been 12-foot onshore waves.
Yeah,
would have been a nightmare out there. But you can see Jonesy's holding priority now. Winnie's obviously scrap feeding, just trying to get another second score under his belt. He had the first roll, which wouldn't give him any points. I think it got nearly 2 points for that. So Winnie just be looking for like an inside smaller wave with a flip. Oh, the boys. Meals on wheels out in the water in the channel. As we see a little wedge approaching. It's going to be about who gets a half-decent wave, I think. He'll progress through this heat. Both riders are really good. There's the Groms frothing. Hey, look at him.
That's where it's at right there. I mean,
State.
The new bodyboarders coming in from all over the world.
The future is here.
Yeah, that's going to be the future. How'd they get VIP passes?
I don't know.
Who's handing those out? I think they made those on their color computer at home and brought their own magic marker to see what everybody's writing.
Good luck to them then. Show the initiative, get the results. Enjoy the fruits. Winnie's, as you can see, Winnie will probably just be scratching for anything right now, just trying to look for a first score. Because as you saw probably in the Andrew Lester heat, I don't know if you weren't commentating with me, I was with Jeff, but Andrew waited a long time for one of his first waves. And in these conditions, like, it's not necessarily the big ones that are that good. It might be just a small little nuggety one that you'd just look past and you'd let go underneath you. So I guess it's the waiting game thing isn't as important, I don't think, when the conditions are like this. It's more about just probably getting your waves, like your wave quantity up and catching a fair few waves. And because really you can sit there and wait 15 minutes and take off on a set and it just whitewashes down on you and you just wasted 15 minutes of your heat. So I think maybe a better strategy would be to be just keeping busy out there and catching a lot of waves. And as you can see, Winnie's looks like that's what he's trying to do out there.
Even a 1 or 2 point wave as your second wave could be enough to pull you ahead and let you advance into the semifinal. So you hit it pretty much right on the dot.
Yeah.
If you sit too long,
in these conditions, because it's like in the other day it was all right if you sat and waited. Oh, Jeff working
that's
a few.
Aisha Makeham, Seamus Makeham, the infamous water photographer's sister, out there making sure Seamus remembers to eat.
Yeah, that's right. Jeff working a few one-liners on her. Don't know how he'll pan out with that. As we saw, we just missed Jonesy's wave, actually. Looked like he did a nice roll on a set wave. Hopefully we get a reflex replay of it. That'll be good, though. That'll be good for Jonesy because no one's had any points on the board yet. Here we go. As we see the replay, it's a bit late. But, yeah, it looked like a solid roll. It's not like an amazing score. It's not going to be an amazing wave, but it's still the best wave of the heat so far. It should be in the 5s at least, and it'll be a good backup score if he gets nothing else besides that. So, good start for Jones Russell. And now Winnie's holding down priority, and you'll see Jonesy start to look for a second wave, scrap feed, and just get just try and build on his scores, have a basic foundation, and grow from there.
Once again, welcome everybody. 2012 IBA Box Pro, bringing it to you live from Margaret River. Manny V here with Damian King. Unfortunately, he was competing and got knocked out in an earlier round, but he showed up to support his boys and to help us out on the commentator's booth. But Kingy, conditions out at the box, not the best right now, but the guys are out there doing what they can. Yeah,
average conditions, but it's good to see, good riders pushing it as hard as they're going to push it today and making the most of it. Geez, he is looking amped. Look at that face.
That's pretty focused.
Wow.
That's focused.
That is serious right there. He doesn't even want to know about the camera. Well, he's in the zone. Maybe he's ready to take this event out.
I mean, he's been sitting steady for a while now.
He's don't come near me. I've got a job to do. He's in the zone right there. That's someone zoning up big time.
And you probably saw behind.
He probably could take this event out here too.
He probably could.
Yeah, like Jacob grows up on rights. He's grown up on rights. Like he flies through the air like Hub, pretty much. And it wouldn't definitely be impossible for him to take this event out. He's going to have a few, hurdles to get across before he gets the champagne. But he definitely could take it out. Any one of these guys could, but
The next hurdle he has to jump is to get over Ben Player. Ben Player will be facing off with Jacob Romero in heat number 4 in the quarterfinals. So that's a pretty tall hurdle that he's going to have to jump. Ben Player, one of the best bodyboarders in the world.
Might have to put on his Nike Air pumps for that little hurdle. Jump a little higher. But, you know, it can be done, and it can be done pretty easily by someone like Jacob Romero. Vice versa can be done by Ben Player to Jacob Romero, I guess. So, you know, you just have to sit here, wait and see, grab your popcorn, enjoy the show. And,
ladies and gentlemen, 20 minutes remaining in quarterfinal number 2. Slowly ticking away as Mother Nature decided to take a little breather and stop delivering some of the bigger waves that we've seen throughout the morning. And as everybody's sitting back and relaxing.
There we go. Hey. The B will represent coming at you 2012. Courtesy of Wu-Tang. Oh, that looks intense. Hang on. No, Mum. Look, I'm not coming home.
Out the back, live action. Dave Winchester coming around the section and kicks out. Nothing there.
Winnie uses his priority.
Winnie.
As we just saw the Groms, Chase O'Leary, who qualified last year, and Charlie Holt, who is trying to qualify. So Charlie and I will probably be doing the qualifying tour this year. That'll be fun. And hopefully get a couple of results and, you know, keep the dream alive.
All right, you are sitting here with me, and I do have questions from our Facebook fans on IBA World Tour, our Facebook page. And Fred asks, what keeps you going?
What keeps me going? I guess I just, it sounds bad, but I just love the thirst of winning kind of thing. And it's just, I guess one more, like another win would be nice. And I don't know, it's probably greed really. But I just enjoy, I don't really like venues and crappy waves and stuff. I don't really I don't really care too much about kind of thing. Like it doesn't really matter that much to me. But like if it's a good wave like the box and it could turn on like it did the last couple of days, and like, you know, if today was offshore, today would have been unbelievable waves. Like to win in those conditions is something that is still, for me personally, it's just something that I really would like to happen. Or like that's a really good feeling. So obviously that drives me to kind of win in good conditions and against the best guys. Like imagine having a man-on-man final out here against, you know, Hardy and beating him out of a spot like this in pumping waves. It'd be, you know, and I guess that'd feel really good, and that'd be something that, you know, just keeps me going kind of thing. And it's just, yeah, I don't know, why not? Like it's a good spot. It's good. Like we're in WA right now. You know, you're surfing. There's a lot worse jobs out there. That's for sure.
You could have a huge contingent of drop nears, the women's bodyboarders, and a lot of bodyboarders who are going to invade Port Macquarie in the next week and a half here. What are your thoughts? Are you stoked?
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. And it's like two things. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for the town, and like it's a pretty good place to have it too. And I just got off the phone to a lot of my friends, or a couple of my friends. Or actually, I don't have any friends. Acquaintances. I got off the phone to a couple of acquaintances, and they actually just said it's starting to get really good banks. And I was a bit worried about it because before I left, we had a bit of rain and it washed the sand around a bit and it was a bit dodgy. But if there's waves there, it's really good because there's always a pretty consistent place where there's always some waves and stuff there. But I guess I kind of know everyone there too. So if people kind of come to port and are hassling heaps and all that kind of stuff, it reflects on me a little bit with just the general community and stuff too. So it's kind of like...
So you have to pretty much keep everybody in line too then.
I'll send James in for that. as we see James taking off on this wave, just lining up the section. Oh, he's going for it. Yeah.
It looked like he didn't have much speed as he got to that launching area.
He doesn't know what Winnie's getting at the moment. So, like, he's probably thinking, oh, I've got to go for it. But right now, like, Winnie hasn't had anything really. Hasn't even had a score. So, if he just did a roll, you know, he's got 2 safe waves. He probably should have played a little bit safer then, but he's probably, you know, he's pretty pumped up, obviously.
And he does have time. He has over 17 minutes remaining.
And he probably handles those backflips 9 times out of 10 anyway. So he probably thought it was an easy move for him. But I don't know. Considering the heat, maybe he should have played it safe on that one. But he's there, I'm not. So let's just follow his lead, not mine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the 2012 IBA Box Pro out in the water. Currently, heat number 2 of 4 in the quarterfinals.
Here we go, Dave Winchester.
Jones Russell is leading the charge in the yellow jersey. heading back out. He is second priority. And right now, with first priority is the rider in red, Dave Winchester. Dave Winchester looking for a 4.51 for that first place spot. And right now, he doesn't have a really solid second riding score. 1.88, 2.88, and a 1-point score. That is
Well, he doesn't even have a solid score.
That's
not even a
what
second
you want
one.
as far as your second scoring wave. But check this out. Bodyboard King interview with Shaggy, the winner of the last heat.
Where you at, brother?
Hey guys, I'm down here with Mark McCarthy for the Bodyboard King post-heat interview. Butchie, congratulations into the semis. Woohoo!
Yeah, very stoked. As we got out there, I think the wind picked up a few notches, and as you see now behind us, it's a bit onshore, so it makes it a lot more difficult and harder to pick those good ones. So I was just glad to get one good one and then just back up with a smaller score.
Yeah, you got I think a 7-point something for that barrel to barrel to roll out, hey?
Yeah, I had a nice little one that just didn't shut down. I was able to get a nice barrel and try to stay as long as possible in the barrel and then exit with a roll, and the judges seem to have liked that one.
Money in the bank, and you're into the semi-finals. It must be a good feeling. Same place you got to last year.
Yeah, same place. Just hope I can get that last heat of the day.
Who's in your draw for the semis, do you know?
Whoever wins this one
Okay.
at the moment, so it's either Jonesy or Winnie.
Well, there you go. Congratulations. A little shout out. I know your brother Nathan's here, but just say hi to Jethro and your mum and dad.
Yeah, I'm sure my dad will be up watching my girlfriend Tracy and all the rest back at home. Thanks a lot, and just keep watching. I don't know.
Jethro will be partying in London somewhere.
Yeah, he'll be dominating some kind of pub.
Well, congratulations, and back to you guys inside.
Thank you, Manny.
Congratulations to the first semifinalist, Mark McCarthy, who solidifies his seat in Heat 29, the first heat of the semifinals. Now, looking for his competitor to compete with him in that semifinal, the winner of this heat with 14 minutes remaining, Jones Russell still in the lead.
Jones Russell, yeah, obviously still holding the lead. This is, he'd be pretty stoked. He's one away from the semis. Oh, Dave Winchester, good option there. He might lose priority over that. He will, I'd say.
Wow.
So,
that could be a crucial move right there when it all comes down to the wire in 14 minutes.
Here we go.
Jones Russell now has priority as the sets start rolling in. Look at that thing.
That thing was almost, maybe that one was half rideable. And that's the thing about here is it's just a lottery ticket when it gets like this. You don't know what's going to...
Look at Jones Russell turning around, taking a look,
here he goes.
And he's
doesn't have
going
too
in,
much
dropping
wall.
in.
It's good. Bottom man turning. He's looking for it.
Oh, can he come out of this? Will it stay open? Jones Russell holding on tight, and no. Mother Nature says
not gonna happen for
not
him.
this time.
No, but yeah, a bit of a shame that one. But anyway, Jonesy's there's still plenty of time left in the heat. 13 and a half minutes to go. Winnie needs to do some work. Winnie needs to,
He's got to come back with two solid waves right now. Let's take another look at the
we get the replay. It had a pretty clean face on it. So, yeah, Jonesy's tried to hook into the pit. He could have, I don't know. There's a lot of chandeliering, a lot of whitewashing stuff, but there was the option there of maybe he might have made that. Winnie's just scratching around now. Just, the conditions, any other day of the week, no one would even paddle out the box when it's like this. So, some places people surf when it's onshore and, you can get good waves out there and it's still not a bad wave when it's onshore kind of thing, but the box isn't one of those waves. You wouldn't even think about going out there if you rocked up today. So to be out there trying to pick the waves, and because you've got the Mr. Lippy thing on the edge of the reef too, and when the winds are onshore, it just kind of, I guess it just magnifies that patch of reef and just starts whitewashing off it. So you really need to clean swells. We see Dave Winchester taking off. Bottom man turning, looking for the ramp. Oh, nice
stall
tube
right there.
Ooh.
Comes out of this with the spit right there. Nice solid barrel tube riding skills thrown down from Dave Winchester. That thing formed up perfectly for him.
That'll be the highest score of the heat so far. So Dave will be looking for a backup score now.
Yep.
That's going to put the pressure on Jonesy a lot more as Winnie just bottom hand turns here. Just hooks under a nice fluffy pit. He's looking for something out of it, but I think it just, it was a bit foamy and it blew out at the same time as he was probably looking for a roll out of it. But, that's definitely, I think it'll be the best wave of the heat, and Jonesy's got a 6.38, so it'll be interesting to see if that scores higher than that. As you see, the guys getting ready for the next heat. Mitch Rawlins and Ryan Hardy, here we go. They did it in Mexico. They did it in also in the Canary Islands. So the friendship's been tested a few times. And maybe third time lucky for
This is probably going to be one of the most spectacular quarterfinals we've seen so far this year. Ryan Hardy versus Mitch Rollins at the box. The conditions are pretty much very challenging, so it's going to be who gets the wave and what they're going to do on it.
I think you saw on your screen then too, it said final. It's not the final, it's actually a quarterfinal, isn't it?
We are in the quarterfinals right now.
So this is the quarterfinals between Mitch Rollins and Ryan Hardy. This will be interesting, this one.
Yes.
I might actually commentate the next heat and then tap out after that.
All right, I'll take it. So if you are watching live, now is the time to text, tweet, Facebook, all your friends right now, because this next heat coming up is going to be intense. Mitch Rollins versus Ryan Hardy. The conditions, well, they're challenging, and these two guys are always up for a challenge.
Who are you going to put your money on, Manny? Would you like to go a $10 bet with me?
No, last time I bet live on camera, I had to pay Bobby Quinones $20.
All right, well, this could be the thing that changes the tide on that bet.
You know what? Looks like Wesley Fisher is getting ready to board caddy. Or no, he just board caddied, I think, for Mark McCarthy. So
here we go. Dave Winchester looking for a second backup score. That's not going to be the one. That was so close, though, if he just got onto that. As Winnie's last wave, the scores have came in. So Jonesy's highest score was a 6.38. Winnie's last highest score was a 7.25. So, there's a point in it, or just under a point. Here we go. Hardy pumped. The showman. We'd like to see that, a bit of character.
All right, so Ryan Hardy versus Mitch Rollins coming up next, but currently out in the water. Dave Winchester pulling ahead of Jones Russell.
Yeah, so the tides have changed for Jonesy. Jonesy's now in second place.
What's he chasing?
He needs a 3.76. So it's not a big score, but...
Take another look at the reflex replay of Dave Winchester's last wave. Not much there on that wave, and that was the earlier wave where he went for it, and that was like a 1-point score, but he needs another solid wave.
Yeah, well, his worst score is a 2.88, so that won't be hard for him to up that score. So really, Jonesy needs to hold down priority, take a good set wave. Actually, I think Jonesy's paddling out. He must have caught a wave, did he? Maybe I don't know. It looks like both of the riders are paddling out now, so I'm not sure. But anyway, if Jonesy is holding priority, he should hold priority.
So we're looking at your bracket right now, and it is Dave Winchester and Jones Russell currently out in the water. And by the looks at what could possibly happen for a final, wow, we can see.
Look at the way it could feed in. You could have, I don't know, basically that's the way it's going to feed. So Mitch Rawlings and Ryan Hardy, Jacob Romero, Ben Player are going to feed into the same semi. Whoever wins this one between Jones Russell and Dave Winchester will move straight in with Mark McCarthy on the semi. So there'll be the two semis going down and out of those two heats. So you'll see either Mitch Rawlins, Ryan Hardy, Jacob Romero, Ben Player in the final, or Mark McCarthy and whoever wins this heat out of Jones Russell and Dave Winchester make the final. So
who would you like to see in those last two slots? Who would you?
I'd like to see. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Jonesy win. That'd be pretty cool. I'm not going to sit on the fence. I want Jones to win the final. I'm not sure if it could happen, but wishful thinking. But I don't know. I'd love to see Hardy win again too. Like, he had a pretty bad heat in Pipeline, and he's done that. He did that last year too. I think he got dead last in Chile, and then he turned around and won Mexico. Yeah. Oh, no, got second in Mexico. Oh, he got dead last. He got first in the box. The next contest, he got dead last in Chile. So he pretty much did the same thing in Pipeline now. Like he bombed first heat. I think he got fourth too.
Yep.
And he could turn around and win this. So there's just, I don't know. It's good to see that because it's kind of like it. You get pretty over it when you get knocked out, and then to turn around and win the next contest is huge.
We saw two back-to-back pipe championships go down. Jeff Hubbard won in 2011, and he came out firing in 2012. Hardy winning the box in 2011.
Yeah. Wow.
Can he match Hub with a win here at the Box Pro?
Doesn't make for diversified highlight clips of both years, but,
no. But we do have a mix of new riders, new faces coming into the later rounds. I mean, Chad Jackson out there in the wild card, unfortunately, did not take out Mark McCarthy, but he had a
put in a
great
good
showing.
show, yeah.
We also are seeing Jones Russell And also Jacob Romero.
Yeah,
couple
so
faces, new faces in the later rounds.
Yeah, for sure. And Jacob, as I said, he'd be saying, Jonesy, oh, come on. Yeah, he's just struggling with that. Obviously washing down on him. But yeah, Jonesy got the wild card in. Jacob Romero went through the trials, and I had to surf the trials with him. I knew Jacob. I knew Jacob was going to go. I just had a feeling he was going to go good in this comp. He's really good on right-handers. And I was just thinking they're all, they're the kind of right-handers he'd like, kind of like fast rights, sort of, little sections here and there.
Yeah, Jacob Romero, definitely one to watch. He'll be coming up in quarterfinal number 4. We got a little lull in the action. We'll be back right after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the quarterfinals, 2012 IBA Box Pro, brought to you by Reflex Wetsuits, Freedom Fins, Bodyboard King, Slicks and Decks, Riptide, and our 2 media partners, YouTube and IINet. Coming up next, making themselves down to the water's edge.
Look at the gap. Look at the gap in between them.
Wow.
Like usually they'd be like kind of chatting and
touch
stuff.
the sand.
As soon as usually they'd be walking out together and chatting, going, "Yeah, man." So it's not even a talk. It's just like, "Yeah, you go your way, I'll go mine. We'll see you in half an hour."
That's what it's coming down to right now.
Don't be mistaken. It's not
even the paddle out to the jet ski pickup. What looked like
they might not even get on the same jet ski. No, you go out there. I'll meet you out there. It's all right.
We will see right now as we can see the jet ski ready to pick up the 2 guys. Will they get on the jet ski together, or has the competition aggroness setting in? There they are waiting. The jet ski waiting, and Mitch Rollins, Ryan Hardy trying to get over that.
Here we go, Dave
section.
Winchester.
Out the back, Dave Winchester comes around the section.
Thought that might have been the nail in the coffin. It could still be. Dave Winchester's looking at increasing a 2.88 score. So I think that will do that. And Jonesy doesn't need much either, but I'd say Winnie's last wave will, it'll be a 4.5, something like that. So it'll increase Jonesy's. He'll need to get. Jonesy will be looking at something like a 5, I'd say. After that, here we go, Jonesy.
Looks like he's way
He's got to hit this thing.
Holding on to this rail.
Boom! There we go.
Big part of the wave and pulls it off.
Yes.
Comes out to the shoulder and goes for another one. But
did he actually do another one, or was that a little Kai Santos?
Little
hey? Yeah, I'm old school.
Little rejection right there on the second maneuver from Jones Russell, but a big roll on that heavy section at the box.
So the current scores right now is Dave Winchester's on a 7.25. He has, which is the highest score of the heat. He has also a 2.88. As we just cut to this replay, this is going to be a solid score. That is a good roll on a big wave.
In the heavy part of the section there of the box.
That's got to come in That's got to be 7.5s.
He was only chasing a 3.76. Guaranteed that will be a better score than that, and he could rocket into first place, taking that spot away from Dave Winchester.
I'd say he would. I don't know, he got caught up in the lip a little bit, and the judges don't really like that too much, but that was a solid wave. There's not a lot going down in this heat. I'm calling 7.5s. It's got to come in.
Look at this, out the back, Dave Winchester in the red jersey, dropping in, looking at the section, see
here
what
we
he's
go.
going to do. Finds it. Big air right there from Dave Winchester. Nice, clean landing, and pulls it off into the flats with a double hand drag 360 to end that wave.
That could be enough to, I think that would probably match Jonesy's wave.
Yeah, we're coming down to the nitty-gritty last few minutes here.
It's going to be really close. It's going to be really close. That was an awesome air, too. He got good projection, came out of the bottom of it really nice, hit it clean.
The reflex replay. Take another look. Talk us through it.
Nice bottom end turn. Oh, okay. She's really got a nice jump. Yep, back to. I know. We might be able to get another replay on that. Hopefully.
Oh my! Another intense.
It wasn't a bad cross though.
If
you're going to cut to anything, that's not bad to cut to. But
reflex replay. Dave Winchester's
Dave Winchester looking for a nice bottom end turn. Comes out wide, hits it really clean. Nice projection out into the flats. And that is going to be a good score.
Wow, coming down to the nitty-gritty, less than a minute to go, and both of these riders going big on the last few minutes, and the scores are coming in.
So scores has dropped 7.88 Jonesy got for that big roll. So that's a pretty good score. I thought it was around the 7.5s. I was going to drop an 8. I didn't want to. So Dave Winchester needed a 7.02. This is what he needs, a 7.02 to beat Jonesy. So is that invert going to be a 7?
No.
I think it will be. I think he'll get the score for it. I think it'll be around a 7.5 or, even possibly an 8. So
wow, less than a minute. 10 seconds remaining in this heat.
Here we go.
And Jones-Russell.
Jonesy's going to have to go for it on this wave.
You saw it instantly in front of your face.
Here he goes. He's going to go for a big flip.
Can he pull it off right here? Oh, no.
Nah.
No projection off that invert. Lands flat, gets back under the barrel, and loses his rail in the barrel, and he knows it.
Nice left.
But where are we situated right now?